what you think you know about Matt James, you don't. If you think you're getting this frat boy who you see on Instagram, that's not. There is a depth and layers to him, the likes of which we've never seen on this show.
We get to meet all of these fantastic women in a couple weeks. And are we going to have those same conversations? Are we going to be that much more invested in these women's story?
For sure. I mean, there are some incredible women that you're about to meet, and some amazing stories. I liken it to Claire and Tayshia's season of just an embarrassment of riches of some great, great people. And even with Matt himself, and we dive into it night one, he tells me he feels pressure being the first Black Bachelor.
Yeah.
That's real. He feels like I have to serve a community. I have to serve a family. I have to serve myself. There's a lot of weight on his shoulders, and he owns that, and he really leans into it, and I love it.
And especially for somebody that hasn't really been in the Bachelor world as well, I would imagine that's even more pressure because he's not used to how it really works because he wasn't a contestant on Claire's season.
It was really funny. There were some times where we'd be walking 1,000 miles an hour and talking. He would just stop and say, guys, I don't know what you're saying. I've never done this before. I don't know what arrivals are. I don't know what a rose ceremony is. We're like, oh my gosh. We had to really go back and learn our ABCs and spoon feed this guy. But, you know, to your point, there was a sense of innocence, naivete that was very endearing about that because it was also real. Everything was happening to him for the first time. Group dates, 2-on-1s, rose ceremonies. His eyes were just like wide open going, oh, this is crazy.
He had to read like the Bachelor for Dummies book before he started.
I mean, seriously, I think it was really enlightening and it was really fun for us on some levels.
Definitely. And I know that, you know, in the past couple of seasons, we've had, you know, shocking finales. We've had, you know, leads go back to the runner-ups. We've had, you know, obviously the fence jump. Do you feel that Matt's season kind of goes back to Storybook Bachelor? Are we going to have, I know obviously you can't spoil the ending, but are we going to have that traditional Bachelor format where we kind of find that happy ending?
Well, traditional in that Matt starts the season and ends the season.
Okay, good.
That's new.
That's good.
I can tell you that. But there is you know, what you think you know about Matt James, you don't. If you think you're getting this frat boy who you see on Instagram, that's not. There is a depth and layers to him, the likes of which we've never seen on this show. There are issues that we need to dive into, issues that he realizes along the way that if we don't face these head on, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And it is contentious at times, it's emotional at times, it's gut-wrenching, it's anger. You're going to get it all. And God bless him for going through this because he went through the ringer.
Yeah. Was there ever a point where you thought like maybe this was going to be too much for him and maybe he was going to maybe quit or maybe kind of back out of things? Was that ever crossed your mind?
Yeah, you know, I'd probably be lying if I didn't say yes. That it's a wild ride. And I told him, I said, look, before I even really dove in to any of these issues, I said, there's going to be times, man, when you want to just punch me in the face. We're going to be angry. We're going to hate each other. We're going to love each other. We're going to cry together. These are all these things that are about to happen. I said, I know you don't believe it now, but trust me. And lo and behold, it all happened. You know,
it all happened.
Yeah, I mean, we would be strong with each other at times. We had words with each other. We also hugged and loved each other at times. He's a terrific man. I loved going through this. And I told him, I said, if you don't go through that, you're not doing it right. You know, you can't fake your way through this. If it works, you got to go through this.
Definitely. I know we're running out of time, but have you ever gotten punched in the face by a Bachelor then?
Yes. As a joke, Jesse Palmer punched me in the jaw one time. He did it because he thought it was funny as we were walking down the stairs together, and he just kind of popped me to knock me off my feet. But that wasn't out of anger. He thought that was funny. I think it was locker room humor. But that's the only time I've actually been punched.
Okay, good. I
know it's not the only time people have wanted to.